Good morning, folks. Good afternoon, good evening, good Wednesday if you are right over there on the other side of the world. I'm Rob Wilson, and we're going to do some channel audits. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to vidIQ, the YouTube tool and channel that aims to educate you on your YouTube journey. If this is your first time here, we have an amazing tool that you can download as a Chrome extension that will help you get more views and subscribers in less time if you use it the right way. But today on the YouTube channel, what we do is we audit your YouTube channels and give you practical advice and guidance to help you make the next leap jump step in your YouTube journey. And I could never do this without one of the faithful vidIQ team members, which I'm now introducing to you. I am the host with the most, and we've got the guest with the best. It is Travis, MPC MVP. Welcome, Travis. Say hello to our awesome community as always.
What's going on, everybody? I see you in chat. People were here early. How exciting. Like, is that just
yeah. I think we had a record of like 80 people waiting today, so I'm going to say hello to all of you now. That includes Zephyr, Ben B Gaming, YG, Match Point, Liberty Honey, Being Briony, CMR Custom, The Daily Snail. We've also got some moderators in here who are going so fast I can't see them. Super User Tech Mod was one of them. We've also got Early Success and Lily YT in there. Travis, it's going too fast. I'm going to push it over to you to try and say some more.
Yeah, Leela, Magdalena Helen, and Paul Peck are all doing the mod duties. Slapperfish Jr. just dropped a super chat. We appreciate it. Ben B Gaming, it just went so quick though. How to Gary V. Oh my gosh, Match Point. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a great live stream today.
Incredible as always. Thank you all of us for joining us. So let's just get straight into what we do here on a Tuesday. If I press the right button, there is a checklist right here that tells you that there is a form in the video description. If you fill it out, you have a chance of a free channel audit. It could be the next channel that we audit. It could be the last channel that we audit. So do, folks, please stay tuned for the entire live stream. Do not ask for a review in a live stream chat because, to be honest, Travis and I will not have time to check that chat. And we will not see it. And the moderators may put you in timeout because that's not what we're looking for channel audit. Super chats, while very welcome, and thank you very much, Slapfish Jr., for the super chat, does not guarantee a review because we do not want to create a financial barrier to this process. Travis, I ask Jeremy this every week. I'm going to ask you this week. How many channels do you think have already submitted for audits today?
I think this is important because a lot of people think that once they fill in the document, it's just them and no one else. I'm going to guess it's 112.
Oh, you're so close, sir. 120. So obviously we're not going to get through all of those. We're going to audit as many and as varied channels as possible to give you a greater understanding of how any topic on YouTube can be successful. And Jeremy always says here, if you do not get your channel audited, don't use that as an excuse to complain about things. Pay attention to everything that we're saying because around about 80 to 90% of the things that we tell you apply to your channel anyway, especially if it's thumbnails, titles, strategy, that type of thing. If you do not get a chance to get your channel audited this week, then as I quickly press some buttons in the background to show you what this is, we have a channel audit tool that will help you when we are not available. I'm just going to press the button now and it hopefully shows you this scorecard of all the things that we are doing right on our channel and not so right. Things to double down on, where we're getting search terms from, things that probably we want to trim the fat off of our channel because they don't work quite well, and all the little fixes that we need to make because I'm still terrible and I forget to add some videos to a playlist too that I need to fix there. That is your 24-hour consultant from vidIQ. Download it. Many aspects of this are free, so do pay attention to that. And what else have we got on this list that I always forget a little bit? Okay, yeah, so I was going to say that when we look at your channel, we are looking at it as first-time viewers of your channel, just like anybody else on YouTube. So sometimes we misinterpret things, some things lost in translation, communication, and that might be an important point for you because maybe you're not delivering your message strongly enough on your channel, and that's why we can't necessarily work out what it is. And sometimes we'll give you all of the advice we can do, and it doesn't work for your channel. That's okay. Be allowed, be free to break rules and try something different, new and random if you've already tried everything else that apparently works from all of us passionate YouTube enthusiasts. With all that being said, Travis, are you ready to do some, what I'm going to call at this point, normal, regular vidIQ live stream channel audits?
Let's do normal things.
Yes, and I'm saying that because later on, we might have something a little different. If you were here on the Thursday live stream, you might know what we're talking about, but I'm going to leave that for a secret for everybody else. Travis, I'm going to start clicking some buttons to ensure that you can see my screen. Please confirm that you can.
I can indeed.
You can, and I'm going to start the transition, which means that we're going to audit the first channels. And I also, when people are submitting channels, I always like to find something that's completely new and something that we've never seen on YouTube before, as it gives us something interesting and new to talk about and show people that no matter what your passion is, you can make it on YouTube. And that channel is Go Groomer, sharing the secrets of the grooming industry. Presumably it's dog grooming. 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations to you. Travis, I've remembered this time to leave us on the intro page first so you can talk a little bit about that before we move into the videos themselves. What are we looking at here?
Well, I'll tell you right now, I have a dog. Most people know his name is Nathan. He's a miniature dachshund, and I just need to know these things. And how to trim his nails has always been something that makes me nervous. So here's a utility channel that I think is going to grow very fast. I already had 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Because they're giving value. Like, there's value here. There's a billion people who have pets, dogs, cats, and she's serving that community. Learn how to trim dog nails. Now, why? Someone might think, well, that just sounds silly. Well, let me tell you something. It costs over $20 every time I want to get my dog's nails trimmed. So if I can learn how to do it for free on YouTube, I'm going to do it. So I love a channel like this. The banner is great. I share my secrets of the grooming industry, which then now that implies that she was a groomer or is a groomer,
yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, insider knowledge there, don't making herself like an expert in the field.
It's so critical because, like, you know, the thing about all of our videos is you got to be like kind of this what's called SME, a subject matter expert, and is dedicated to enrich your pets' lives to share the bond with you. It's absolutely my pleasure to share secrets of grooming machines. Yep. So it looks like a library tool. She's going to tell you how to do all this stuff, and she tells you when she's going to post. She tells you that you'll be able to ask your grooming questions live. This is such a well put together about page.
Yeah, I'd say look at the I'm just going to read out the first line here. This is exactly what you want to see from a description. Go Groomer is dedicated to help enrich your pet's life and increase the bond you share with them. Has the video creator said anything about themselves? Used I? No, it's all about the audience, and a lot of people miss that opportunity in their about section to sell what their channel is about for the viewer. What's in it for me when I click on here? What else can you see there, Travis? Oh, hello, Travis. Have you gone? Hello?
Sorry, I was muted. I think people in the chat need to really pay attention to this about page and consider changing their about page to have a lot more information like this. It's so incredibly critical and easy to do. Like, literally after this live stream, you could take 10 minutes and make your about page so much more SEO friendly as well as friendly to the viewer.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you. Real quick.
I was just going to say thank you very quickly to How to Gary V for the super chat there, for saying his name during the intro. And I thank you for not emulating Gary V in this live stream and swearing a little bit. Right, let's go to the video section then. And what have we got here in terms of thumbnails and like
the one thing I would say about the thumbnails, they're a little bit too busy for me. There's a lot of text in them, and it's a little bit eye overload. I think she could go a little bit more simply. Obviously, she has different thumbnails for her live streams, which I like, versus her produced content. I think that's great. But there's so much text in the middle, and it's just a little bit of eye overload. I see she's branding at the top, which is great. I think I would like to see it a little bit more like icon, like an icon or a logo.
Yeah, I think this is overkill. I don't think you need the channel name. It's taking up 25% of each thumbnail. I agree. Like an icon would be better, and if you are going to use text in your titles, then they're probably far more valuably used with telling a little bit more about the video itself rather than the channel, because the person, the hero, is in a lot of these thumbnails, so I think that would be enough. Or like you say, Travis, an icon would suffice there.
Yeah, like the natural pet food, what to feed your dog. That should just be a big picture of the food. Like, it's there, but it's so covered up by text, I can barely see it. It's in the middle kind of third row down.
You know, it's funny that you say that. I'm looking at the thumbnails and I can't see it, and I think that kind of proves the point, isn't it? Like every time on here, especially like this one in the middle, the Cocker Spaniel one, I can't even see where you're trying to show us there in that one. And then in this one where it looks like how to trim your dog's nails. Looking at this thumbnail on the right-hand side here, I cannot see dog's nails anywhere in that. So I think like really zooming in on the actual action of doing it would be a lot more effective and powerful in that sense. So yeah, I think we're both in agreement that it's good that the creator is using custom thumbnails and they're doing things like including themselves in a thumbnail, and consistency and like having a background, and they're probably spending like quite a long time on each of these thumbnails. I can see there's like 15 minutes, half an hour of work in each of these, but they're just not quite right, are they? They're kind of focusing on the wrong things in the thumbnail. And yeah, I think in terms of the elements of some of these, there's like 4 or 5 different elements: the background, the text, the person, there's a paw here. I think you just need to shrink that down to maybe 2 or 3 elements per thumbnail on each.
But here's the thing. She's doing really well in spite of all that.
Oh, yeah.
She'll do even better if she just tweaks that, because this subject matter is so... I'm so in love with this subject matter, I can't even begin to tell you. I think it's amazing. What a great channel.
Yeah, I'm just going to sort by most popular here and see if there's anything else that jumps out in terms of could you capitalize on that perhaps. So it looks as if maybe when you include the breed of a dog, perhaps those are the two.
That makes sense, because when I search for things for my dog, I actually look specifically for dachshund.
Yeah.
So actually, I mean, I know that there's some things that are wide ranging and apply to all dogs, but I know specifically when I search for my breed. So maybe that's a nice little hack.
So let's just have a look at the titles of the most recent videos. Are you talking about breeds or is it just dogs? So the Cocker Spaniel there, a couple of things about Cocker Spaniel. So you are including the terms there, I think. Yeah, a little more, I guess, keyword-rich type of content might be useful. Like, is anyone searching for Golden Doodle? I assume that's maybe the title of your live stream, perhaps, rather than what people are searching for. I could be wrong there. I don't know. Is Golden Doodle a search term in the dog world?
Because there's a lot of mixed dogs that are
okay.
Mixtures.
So I'm just quickly scanning through here, seeing if there's any better ways to title your content. And I think it's generally okay. I think if you're going to target anywhere, go Groomer, it would be the thumbnails. So benchmark what your click-through rate is now. My guess is maybe 3 to 5%. And if you could improve that to like 7 to 8%, I think you definitely got something going on there. And I would also say to you, well done on doing a weekly, what seems to be like a weekly live stream. For a small channel, that can sometimes be a bit of a fruitless exercise because you might get 5-10 people in there. But if you're continuing to do it every single week, you're building up that watching habit. So thumbs up to you there. And good luck with the rest of your channel. And of course, congratulations on breaking 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully you'll be able to monetize your content very soon. All right, let's move on to the next channel. Travis, I'm going to let you lead with this one because I'm just going to go and try and find my notification bell, which I've left somewhere in my office. It is Bring Sales. Looks like a Lego channel. What do you think of this one?
This is kind of the same exact thing as before, with the thumbnails being incredibly like crowded. They feel very busy, more so than they need to be. Legos are really a cool thing, and the people that are looking for them are looking for a very distinct look. And in some of these, they're there. For example, the Darth Vader one is, I think it's pretty good. The best is kind of there. You're asking if it's the best or not. The Darth Vader bust reviewed, like that. I think that's good. It's you, and it's the Vader mask. But then there's some like the $75 worth. No, not that one. Sorry, the Lego Star Wars Droid Commander. It just seems to be. I know that
the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like too much. A lot of these feel like too much. And the Lego Movie 2, about 2 rows down. It just feels like too much. So I'm losing the I don't know. I'm losing the kind of impact of Lego. So I think sometimes it's great to have the YouTuber face, but I don't think you actually need the YouTuber face a lot in Legos. Because
the funny thing is here, Travis, as well, is that it's one YouTuber face. It's this shocked reaction in almost every single thumbnail. So yeah, you might want to get back in front of the camera and just shoot a few more. I mean, there's a couple of different ones, but it's but that one is
Legos is a very strong search term.
Yeah.
They're just a really amazing company. So I think that the subject matter is good. The niche is good.
I'm always going to say at this point with channels such as Lego Crafts, when you're creating something, how can you tie that into popular culture? So if I scroll through the videos most recently from a couple of months ago, do you have anything about the Avengers? Because that was huge in the like the toy market and in film and culture. Is there anything about Game of Thrones? Is there anything about Spider-Man? And I'm seeing something about Jurassic Park, but I think you're maybe a couple of years out there with that one. I think this is a good one here, the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11. Great idea. Try to tie it into the 50th anniversary of lunar landings. Maybe it didn't do that quite as well, but I applaud you for thinking about that in terms of trending topics. Next time, what we got? We've got Star Wars coming up in December. There's a huge opportunity there for all sorts of Lego stuff that you could do regarding that. And I noticed I think I sorted by most popular here. And one of the videos got like 10,000 views, and it was about a summer 2019 set here. You must have been so it was 5 months ago. So it was, I don't know when that started to peak in terms of interest, but it did really well. Can you do more about this on new releases of Lego stuff coming out? Even if you don't necessarily have the Lego yet, you can maybe do like a review of like the 5 best things coming out in the summer, or like back to schools, maybe something you could tie into Lego as well. I'm just always thinking about your Lego channel and how it can differentiate itself from other ones by being as current as possible with the content.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that is Brings Sale, Lego Simplified. I like that little value proposition and your channel banner there. Congratulations on 500 subscribers, moving towards 1,000. Travis, we're going to move on now to Hearts here. Another channel with just hitting 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations to you. This one looks as if it's one of those Beyblade, Keyblade type of channels, I think. Maybe tied in with a bit of anime, from what I can see. But there looks to be there might be an issue with the audience not attaching too well to the content, as they're maybe only getting 100 views per video. What are your first thoughts here as I just scroll up and down this channel?
Yeah, I would just need to understand what the vibe. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think Beyblades. If we go to the About page, do we get any more clarity on that?
You are right. We're making some assumptions here from the channel banner and the thumbnails.
Gameplay videos of Beyblade Burst app. It's the app. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so it's the actual app. So that's great that you have the information there in the About page. In the homepage, is it more clear on the homepage even? Like, is there a channel trailer that maybe?
Let's have a look.
Okay, no, it's just a like an almost. So here's a little hack for people. I recommend doing like an actual channel trailer rather than just putting up like your latest and greatest video up in the little featured area there, for multiple reasons. I mean, obviously you want people to know what your channel's about, especially if you have kind of a vague-ish type banner and you want to lock people into what you're doing. And then also I love doing a playlist here on the homepage called New to My Channel, and you just tell people about your, tell what kind of things you're gonna do videos on, give maybe a second video that has like definitions. So let me give an example for this one. The first video might be, okay, we're gonna do Beyblade the app. You're gonna talk about the app. Like the very first video in this New to My Channel is, here's the app, this is what it looks like, this is where you can download it, this type of games you play. The second video would be something like definitions. Like, I know that they're using terminology in these videos that the average person wouldn't know what they are. Like, I don't know what a Kalzar is or a Balkalesh or whatever. Have that video talk all about that. And then the third video can be your channel trailer. Talk about, hey, here's a combination of the first two videos. Let's talk about the things I'm going to show you in this game, tips, tricks, just fun gameplay. And by the time they're done watching those 3 videos, they now can watch any video on your entire channel and know what's going on and feel like a part of the community. I think it's just a super easy way to hack people into your community.
Just looking at the most popular videos here, and it looks as if your traffic subscribers has certainly been driven by one video here. Was there potential to double down on this one with these? I guess the question to the video creator is, why was this video so successful? Was it shared somewhere, or did it just get organic traffic on YouTube? Could you have maybe capitalized on that with another type of versus with these 3 Beyblades in there? And I guess another thing might be, I'm not sure how relevant this is, but you start all of your titles with a particular character or a Beyblade. Might be better to bring the what was the app called again? Was it Beyblade Burst? I think bring that as the that's probably the key search term. Bring that to the beginning of your titles, because it's always cut off on all of your titles. I think you put Beyblade Burst Evolution on all of your titles, but it's cut off every single time. So maybe just testing, bring that to the front a little bit as a test there. And I guess one broader question here is, and I don't know the answer to this, I'm sure you'll be able to answer this in the chat, is this game, this app, still popular? And are still people playing it? And maybe there's one or two channels that are doing this really well, and maybe you're just competing really difficultly. I guess there's a question of what's going on with this game, because I don't know if it's still popular or not. So that might be something that you need to think about, and maybe you need to pivot a little bit and talk about Beyblades as the toys as well. Some things to think about there with your channel. But yeah, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Look at your most popular videos from the past, and is there anything in terms of the content or the keywords or like of reading through the comments on those videos, why did they do so well for your channel? I think looking at them first would really help you. Let's move on, Travis, to the next one, which is, okay, I'll try and pronounce this channel, Sleeved Biker. That's what I'm going with here. 34,000 subscribers. Congratulations to you on the success of your channel. And I think probably one of the reasons is because you are an entertainment channel, but you have specifically told people on your channel banner that you are all about horror news, and including some of the very popular horror characters from the genre, including yourself. I think they're trying to run away from people. To be honest, I think you look a bit like Logan there in that screenshot, I would have said. What are we seeing here then, Travis, from this channel, which seems to have some spiky view counts, like occasionally 5,000 views, 800 views, and other ones with 22,000 views. So lots of interesting stuff going on here with the channel.
Yeah, I think that's just probably the nature of the beast of some of this stuff. The thumbnails are really good. Again, a little bit of some hard to read. Like I like the visuals of a lot of them. The text on some of them is probably the weaker point. But like, and the one you're highlighting there, actually, that one I think the title should be switched with the text is in the thumbnail. I think the actual title should be what's in the thumbnail, and then you could use the title from the text. And then I
could see that you could tell a much better story here by just including like a ticket icon of some kind, like VIP exclusive, and just having a ticket saying VIP early access or something like that might be more effective than the text. But yeah, I agree. Generally, the text sometimes it seems as if it's not necessarily dumped in there, but it's like the video creator's thinking, I need to have some text in here, so I'm going to have the title of a program there, and then my channel logo there, and then some more stuff here, and it's like, whoa, where are my eyes supposed to focus on? Right. On some of these thumbnails.
Yeah, and some of them don't need text. Like anything Stranger Things, all you need is the pictures of the characters. I mean, everyone knows who that is, and then you can just say the rest of the story in the title. Let's see what else is going on here. They have some there's every once in a while a one really hits big, which is great.
It does, yeah. I when I was just quickly searching through, it looked as if it was something to do with Friday the 13th DLC. That was the one that seemed to be bringing the most views. Not necessarily saying that this channel needs to niche down in that particular area, because they do well on generally a lot of content, but it's almost like their go-to content. Like you can, it's all about the like. I'd say about 50 to 60% of the most popular videos are all about this game, it looks like here. So some good stuff going on.
At least it was a horror game, which at least gives you, keeps you in the same basic niche. But yeah, that's a tough one to climb out of, because not necessarily everyone who wanted to watch the horror movies would want to play the game, but at least it's similar enough. And it's not like Minecraft or something weird like that.
I would suggest one more thing here to the channel. It's doing really well. I mean, 35,000 subscribers, getting thousands of views per video. What I'm not seeing here is, which you could potentially delve into, is a listicle format. I think you could probably do some real damage on YouTube here with like the 5 most horrific moments in that particular game, or 4 films to watch approaching Halloween. You've already got an audience to bring in that initial velocity, and then you've got that searchability afterwards in terms of that content. So maybe try a few listicles on your channel. And since you are a big channel, I'm going to ask, are you using the community tab? And the answer is yes, you are using it and using it very well. So thumbs up. Look at all this engagement, 1,000 votes on this particular post. Lots of likes on each of your questions. Maybe you could include a few more screenshots here and there, but generally speaking, I'm approving of all of this. Well done, Sleeved Biker on your channel. We're going to move on here. I've chosen this one, Travis, because this video creator has basically just joined YouTube. Keith Meadows, welcome to YouTube. Your channel looks to be a week old. You're called the Flawless Mad Scott. So I kind of wanted to choose this channel, Travis. Let's go through each section here and say, what should the video creator be looking at next to improve their channel? So I'm going to start with the homepage. What, Travis, do you think they could do here?
Well, the banner is could use a little work. It's cute. Listen, it doesn't have to be super Photoshop to be a good banner, but it would be great to understand what that means and what I should expect from this channel, especially since it says Flawless Mad Scott, but then the name of the channel is Keith Meadows. Like, it's a little bit confusing as to what I should expect to get from here. And then if I look down at the actual videos, it appears to be kind of all over the place. There's some gaming streaming from Diablo, and then Apex, and then Diablo, looks like a Diablo again, and then a T-Series live count, Apex Legends, and not a jump scare. So there's just a bunch of things going on here that, and you know, as a new creator, I get it. You're just trying to figure out what works, and there's really nothing wrong with that. But I think starting on a really good kind of basic level, like with your banner and stuff, would be a great place to start. Try to figure out like what your value proposition is going to be. Why should people watch your channel? Put that into words, put it in your about page, and then your trailer, if you no channel trailer.
No trailer just yet, nope.
Yeah, should really reflect that. And your content strategy going forward should definitely reflect that. Are you going to be a gaming channel? Are you going to be a scare channel? Like, I think you should try to figure that out sooner rather than later. But the thing is, started a week ago. So this is the time to experiment right now.
Absolutely. Experimentation is a very good thing for a new channel. You've got 2 videos on Diablo, 2 videos on Apex Legends, or is that 3? Yeah, 2 on Apex Legends, and then some weird jump scare thing at the end. I would start to think about creating maybe just a thumbnail template at this point. Doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Whether you want to use the branding from your colors up here, they look to be mostly static screenshots right now. But yeah, I think, as Travis said, we don't know what the message is yet, and that's fine because you've just started on YouTube and you're finding your space and your niche, your focus. Once you start to get an idea of that, then start to funnel your message, your branding, consistency all towards that particular message. But congratulations on joining YouTube. Welcome to the adventure. Just a quick look at the description. Mixture of mainly gaming-related things with a hint of surprise here and there, which I guess you've kind of followed so far in your content. I guess the question we're going to be asking as subscribers is, okay, what game do I expect to see on your channel most of all? And do please let us know in future. Thank you very much for the super chat to Sleed Biker, who we just audited. Thank you for the $5. We wish you the best of luck with the advice we have provided to you. Travis, we're going to move on to the next channel now, which is 52 Edit, another pretty much brand new channel, started about a month ago. My question to you would be here is, what do you think this channel is about?
I hope that it's about editing videos.
Okay, so why do you so just before you go further, why do you think that? Because it's kind of important, I guess, to tell. You were able to work that out in 10 seconds versus this channel where we were asking the question still at the end of the audit. Why is it so obvious that this channel is about editing?
Well, first of all, 52 Edit. Initially, I was thinking edit, maybe editing, and then I look down and I see the Premiere logo and the color matches the 52 Edit. So there's something going on there that kind of gives you an idea. Now, the banner doesn't. The banner is obviously generic. So that would be the first thing I would change. However, they were still able to get their value proposition across pretty quickly. So that's a good first step.
All right, guys, in the live stream chat, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to decide which do you think is the best thumbnail out of all of these. So I'm going to slowly drag my magnifying glass over each one of these. And which do you think is the best one? Travis?
First one.
I agree. I think the first one is fantastic.
Yeah.
Replicate that in the rest of your thumbnails, and I wouldn't really mess around with the text that you had in this first one. That was really powerful and had an impact, whereas the rest of the text, little too long, drifts into the background, can't read it because of a blue versus a blue denim jacket, I think this one is by far the best. You just need to move that icon away from the bottom right hand corner because it's covered by the timestamp. But other than that, this would be the benchmark moving forward. What do we think about the titles then, like the strategy? They all seem to be about Premiere, which is fantastic. Is there anything else that we can maybe suggest here? Well, it looks pretty accurate, like Premiere Pro 2019. All that seems good from the initial viewing here.
It does look like they're targeting some keywords, which is great.
Yeah,
absolutely spectacular. Again, I always argue that you don't need the same exact text in the thumbnail as you have in the title. I would actually suggest you do something different. Also, the bottom right hand corner the timestamp will always smash anything you have. In this particular case, the Premiere logo in the bottom right hand corner is getting smashed by the timestamp. But other than that, like I think the titling is fine, especially when you're first starting out. The easiest place to get views when you're first starting out is search. Like that's it. You don't have any kind of real base to get something out of browse. So the number one place you're going to get it out of, generally speaking, is search. So being search heavy on these titles is pretty great. If you want to do something a little bit, something that actually will give you an advantage over other ones, is to always think about what people are always looking to do, which is save money or time. So in the case of this, I would say something like how to make an awesome intro in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
How to track an object in Premiere Pro in 3 easy steps. So you're always saving time or money with each of those titles, and I think those will give you the leg up on other titles that will be showing up in search.
I was just thinking of this one, Travis, like how could you make this more effective, this thumbnail? And a simple answer from me would be remove all of this text, every single bit of it, turn it into a green arrow, put a circle around the bit that you're trying to emphasize, the blurred tracking bit there, and that would tell a much better story than me reading the title and the thumbnail twice effectively
100%,
in that.
100%.
Now, what I will also say is that with all tutorial types of content, you're going into an area where there's competition. So you need to find out, in terms of when people are searching, what questions haven't been answered yet or haven't been answered effectively by the video creators who are already out there. So it might be a new effect that's come out in Adobe Premiere, or like a bug or some sort of troubleshooting. Like the one thing I always needed to find out in Photoshop is whenever I reinstalled it on a program, I would lose the borders on the layers, and it would take me like 10 minutes to try and work out how to do that. So like a beginner's guide, like how to use tools as well. Because you need to find your own little corner of this tutorial area, because these are always covered extensively by a lot of creators. So where are you going to find the best way to break into this area? But considering you've only made 4 videos, you've got 15 subscribers already, that's like a classroom full of people to teach stuff on Adobe Premiere. Yeah, I think the thumbnails, those are the things that are gonna that you need to tweak first, I think, and then strategizing. The other thing I was going to think of as well is go into forums in Adobe Premiere, Reddit, wherever, and look at the questions that people are asking today, and say, I can make a video on that in 2 hours, and then smash it out. That's how I used to do it with screen recording type of content on iPhones. Thank you for the super chat from the Binge Zone. Thank you for showing your support there. We really do appreciate that. Let's move on to the next channel there. Travis, we've covered a lot of channels in detail here, which I think is fantastic. Getting a lot of value out of them here for our audience. Sidharth Vlogs, I think your channel is pronounced. I apologize if I've got your name slightly wrong there. 25,000 subscribers for you. Awesome. I always feel as if vlogging channels struggle to break that 1,000 subscriber barrier, but once they do, they've got an audience, then they can start to branch out even more. And you have, I'd say, a combination of vlogging content for where you live, because I see some videos about getting permanent residency in the UAE and then shopping in an outlet in Dubai, but then some stuff focusing on tech. Like replacing your laptop with an iPad, and should you buy an iPhone, and that type of thing. So 2 slightly different genres there. What I also like here as well, I've just noticed this as I've been looking at the thumbnails, is you've very discreetly branded your thumbnails by just these 2 very simple colors in the corners. And I think that's quite funky, just to give it a bit of a a unique blend to your thumbnail, so I like that. Travis, what are you thinking here as you immerse yourself in Sidharth's vlogs?
What's interesting is how well some of his tech videos are doing. So I wonder what his highest viewed videos are.
Okay, yeah, let's sort by most popular. Good question. So you're thinking maybe is this more of the pivot might be having a tech channel more than
electronic car shopping, Nikon. So there's a little bit of tech stuff. I mean, it does seem like if you look at him in numbers, there is a definite influence of tech in the top like 15 or so videos, which is interesting. So I wonder if maybe his viewers like that angle, and it's a difficult one because when you're doing a vlog, generally speaking, you're trying to get people to be interested in what you're doing every single day.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you got to give some type of value back, right? Whether it be education, entertainment, or whatever. His thumbnails are great. There's some really, really good thumbnails here that show action, that show humor, that show kind of cool things. Like his thumbnail game's on point.
Yeah, agreed.
It is just one of those things where once you get people interested in you, it's a little bit easier to kind of do the Casey Neistat thing. But getting people interested in you, the only way you can do that is to give them value first. I love how he did like Dubai's craziest water park. Like that's a cool kind of a video idea. Then he has like a Lamborghini, and he's doing a little bit of everything. But I guess the question would be, if I'm new to his channel and I don't know who he is, like what is he going to do to hook me in early? I need something that's going to give me value first before I'm going to watch more than one video. For example, like I might like the MacBook Pro video because I want to understand, like, is that something that I should buy? But then above and beyond that, why would I come back to watch the Poon tattoo experience or, that sort of thing? Like, what would keep me coming back? So figuring out a way to always have a hook from one into the other, I think is going to be the way to success here on this channel. But I think he's done really well. Just looking at the channel, it looks really solid.
Yeah, and congratulations on the birth of your daughter a couple of weeks ago there. Well done you. And the one last thing I was going to say is these glasses here, they look familiar.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
They look very familiar. I wonder where they... Were you at VidCon last week?
I know, right? What is it?
Interesting. Congratulations on your channel, Sidharth, there, and we hope that we have kind of... I think what Travis and I are saying is we can see what your channel's about. It's a combination of life in Dubai or the UAE and tech. And maybe you need to decide if there's going to be a stronger slant to one or the other with your content. But, well, you've just had a daughter. Don't worry about YouTube. You deserve a break if you need it. We welcome you back if you need a break. But you've created some videos afterwards as well. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on to... it is a channel about Mandala. I was just looking at the search terms before the channel. So here it is, 450 subscribers, Sue Sloan here. And when you look at the thumbnails, you can immediately get an idea of what the channel is about. And I find it intriguing that you sort of color code your thumbnails of each of these, which is interesting. I don't think the text does anything to help you there, as it's impossible to read and it's replicated on every thumbnail. So I think, I'm not going to say that 50% of your thumbnail space is wasted because you do have that nice color coding, but I think there's something more that you could do there potentially on that side. And how I thought about potentially doing this is you could have a before and an after view of whatever it is that you're painting so that the viewers can see what they're starting with and what they should expect at the end of the video. My first thought, you use a lot of very specific how to paint mandalas in pretty much all of your titles, which I think is quite strong. Travis, what do you think here of this channel? Because they're producing a lot of content, like seems to be like 2 videos a day, and they're getting like 25 to 30% of their audience, subscriber audience, watching each video. So there's definite sort of there's a genesis of something here, I think, but where else could we just push it a little harder for the channel?
First of all, I love the color coordination between the end result and the banner. I love the idea you said, though, where you have like a before and after. I think that's really a great idea to mix in, because I think that adds intrigue.
Yeah.
But this is a perfect channel for what I had mentioned earlier. So go to the homepage for Sue. I've never heard about Mandala before. So I like, okay, so she has a short video intro. This is one of those channels that I think absolutely would benefit from the new to my channel playlist, because there's so many questions. There's so many people that are into crafts and DIY and that sort of thing that might just fall in love with this, but have no idea what it is. So literally 3 videos. First one is, what is dot Mandala? Like, what is it? Where did it come from? Like, how do I do it? Second video, terminology that you're going to use in your videos, and third is your channel intro. And I just think that's going to convert super high for people that are artistic, that see like the thumbnails and go, oh, that's kind of cool. What is this about? And when they click on your homepage, they can then get a quick tutorial of like what everything means, so that now they can go into any of these videos and enjoy them from beginning to end. There are just some channels that I think would really benefit from that strategy, and I think this is one of them. Like, what a great, cool little channel this is. I definitely dig it. But yeah, I agree with you on the text. It's not really helping anything, so use that for something else.
A few things to note. I see that you're using our subscribe watermark there, Sue, so thank you for using that. Checking the about section, is there, what are we seeing here? So my channel is all about painting dot mandalas. If you're new to the hobby and would like to learn along with me, then this is a place to be. I think that's generally good as a introduction. Are you including all of the keywords in this description that might be used for dot mandalas? And I did do a search for dot mandala because I wanted to see if it was a good example of a thumbnail that you could use to just complement what you're doing here. And I think this one here, this is what I was talking about as a before and after. It looks as if somebody's used a CD and turned that into this fantastic crafty thing. So if you can try and blend the two, I think having that color themed background for your thumbnails works, but we just want to see something else here a little bit. So it's almost like it does blend into the background here when you have the mandala item. Can you do the same thing on the other side as well there? That is Sue Sloan, 450 subscribers. And yeah, we're looking forward to more crafting ideas from you. Next channel is Cassuto Luria. I think this is a foreign channel. It must be because of the language here. It's Portuguese, Spanish, perhaps. So, Travis, we're going to try and do our best here with what we can work out from the channel, which has 3,500 subscribers. And I would do a quick canvas here, folks. Like, I think all of these thumbnails are over 7 to 8 out of 10, but which do you think is the best one? Let us know in the comments. Travis, which do you think is the best one? Which stands out for you?
For some reason, the second row, second one from the bottom to the left, sorry. This one. That.
I picked the exact same one, so that is really interesting. Yeah, I think because first of all, it's a fantastic thumbnail, but it reveals what's inside the, is it a bread loaf, a cake of some kind? I think that is so powerful, that one. So it's good that we both picked out that one. Another thing is, look at all these thumbnails, folks. What is missing from all of these thumbnails? Text.
Not a bit of text.
And why is that? Because the hero of a thumbnail is
Look, if I want to know how to make one of these things, I don't need to have text over top of the thumbnail. Let me see the thing. Make the main thing. Yeah, that smoothie one's a good one too. People in chat saying the smoothie green one up top right corner is a good one too. I can't see it because our face is in the way, but I think that's a good one. Yeah, there's some really great thumbnails here. Oh, scroll down a little bit. There's a soup one. The tomato soup one is beautiful. Really, really well done.
Oh yeah, this one right here. Really good stuff.
Yeah, just in general, listen, they know what they're doing. I think as far as thumbnails, they could maybe zoom in a little bit more on some of them, but that's fine. Now the titling is going to be difficult because, to be perfectly honest, I don't know what any of them say. But
I agree. I guess what we should be looking at here is, are there any trends in a particular type of food? Because some videos get a couple of hundred, whereas others get 60,000 views. So is that because that's a type of like a dip? Do dip videos do better, or soup videos, or bread, or cake? I mean, we can try and sort by most popular and see if. And I guess another question is, because again, we don't know, this is, we can see the channel banner, beautiful thumbnail, but what is this local cuisine for the country, or is it general cooking tips? Is it cooking tips for students? Is it cooking tips for professionals? I think that might help a little bit in terms of the communication. But yeah, it looks as if there's like dips, and then there's cakes and things. But the most
notice
popular
the ones that have a lot of views, the thumbnails are something special. Some of these are really good.
They're really, really good. So you definitely, when you take the hero and make it front and center of your thumbnail, this is the kind of impact you can potentially have from those videos. Any more to add there, Travis? Or do you think
Yeah, I think
with a language barrier where we can't really go anywhere else with that. Yeah, so carry on doing the best thumbnails that you can, which are fantastic, and just determine which of a type of foods that do most popular, and maybe just niche down into those areas a little bit, and try and cut out. I guess this is a real cooking pun here. Try and trim the fat of the stuff that's not necessarily working on your channel. We'll move on now to Shonen Showdown. The channel banner gets an from me. I don't understand. I know there's some anime going on here, but I don't know what that is, and I don't know what the means unless it's an abbreviation of some kind. 1,000 subscribers though. Congratulations on that. Showdown seems to suggest to me that this might be kind of like a versus channel in some way, and looks as if it's anime characters in battle against them, whether it's like which is the best character, their pros, cons, pitfalls, character traits, and so on. What are you getting from this, Travis?
I like conceptually versus. I think that's great. When I last year when I was reviewing a lot of tech, I did versus videos, and those tended to do better than the individual reviews because you're basically you're leveraging two different things for one video. So someone who's searching for Ippo, and in this case, would come to watch this. Same thing for Maya. So basically, you're winning twice. So I think a whole channel based on versus is a great idea. Unfortunately, if you look at the banner, like we don't know what the heck's going on. And you got to remember, as a mobile first platform, almost at this point, I mean, really, YouTube is really becoming mobile first. The more as we move on, the banner doesn't even show up on mobile very well. So as if it was not showing up well here, it's not going to show up there well here. But I like the versus idea. Like I think that's a really smart approach to something that's probably had a lot of people that are in anime and
it's gaming. Different, isn't it? There's something different there. I've never thought to do like a comparison versus channel in any other genre. I'm sure they do exist, but I think anytime you can compare one thing to the other and generate a conversation from that within your audience is a really good idea.
100%. I think it's a really great idea and a really great strategy for something that, and really you could do this with anything. You could do vegan versus meatitarian if you wanted to for like a cooking channel, watercolors versus another type of paint. Like you can do it for almost every niche. It's really, really an interesting idea.
Something interesting here then. Channel has 1,000 subscribers, but they do not have a single video over 3,500 views, which is interesting. I'm not going to say
old is the channel?
Good question. I'm not going to say suspicious, but I'm just going to say interesting. It's like a year and a half old and 20,000 views. So
slow grind is what I think it is.
My question to you, the Shonen Showdown, is how many different animes are you covering here? Is there like 10, 15 different animes going on here? If there is, maybe you need to niche down a bit. I guess what's Dragon Ball Z, I guess that one is from, showing my very limited anime knowledge. You might need to niche into those areas because I think you have a unique idea, whatever anime you're looking at. So I think that is a potential strength there. I just don't know if these ones are a little too niche that we're going down here. I could be completely wrong. I don't know anything about the genre, but... yeah. And thumbnails as well. I think there's a bit of a lack of consistency here. In terms of, you use like the versus icon, but it's different every single time. So maybe you need to use create your own unique individual one, perhaps, and maybe reinforce it on your avatar, possibly. I don't know. You might be going a bit too far there because then people might not understand what the channel's about when you're replying to comments. But yeah, consistency-wise, I do this a lot. Let's pick that thumbnail. That thumbnail, and would you be able to tell that these thumbnails are from the same channel? And the answer is probably no. So whether you do that through color consistency, channel icon, the versus symbol, which is similar, a couple of things to think about there. You do have 1,000 subscribers, so I'm going to check your community tab, which is blank, so you need to start using the community tab. You could do polls. And you could do we're launching a video next week. We're going to do this versus this, but we want to know your reactions. Who would win in a fight or whatever in the community tab there. Don't know how much response you'll get because you've got 1,000 subscribers, but worth a try because you haven't done it just yet. Travis, we're going to move on to the next channel here, which is Being Briony, I think. So apologies if I got your name wrong. 250 subscribers at almost. Congratulations to you on almost hitting that target. Okay, so something we've got to talk about here. And this is not a personal attack on your channel, Briony, but something that's going to be super crucial and important in your space, much like it is in professional photography channels and things that emphasize quality. You've got to have killer thumbnails. And what I'm going to say right out of the gate is your thumbnails right now are maybe like a 5 out of 10 for the beauty space. What we would want to see from you as a beauty vlogger is zoomed in right on your face so we can really see the colors, the textures, how that makeup looks on your face very strongly. You're already doing some interesting things in that you've kind of like cut yourself out a little bit, that you're blending in the background a little bit so you stick out a bit more. But I think there's a next stage, 2 or 3 levels. Thing I might recommend if you haven't already done so, but you may have one, is to get a ring light, because that will really help shine a bright light on your face when you're taking those pictures and make them super powerful. That's my semi-thumbnail rant over there. Travis, what are we thinking generally about the channel? Yeah,
she recently switched to black text on thumbnails. Just not a good idea. Like, it's very hard to read 90% of the time. And again, like we've said throughout this whole thing, it's likely that you don't need text rarely, with the exception of, see this huge haul? That's actually a good use of text. Because it's kind of like, that's a huge haul. She's got a big thing in her hand, everything 5 pounds curvy. Like, that's actually a good kind of combination of thumbnail, title, and even some text in the thumbnail. I think you can get away though mostly without using text in the thumbnail. I think it feels like you're kind of forcing it sometimes, which a lot of people do, so you're not the only one. But yeah, like Rob said, here's the thing: you've got to be close in. You will see this happen time and time again. Do a search for any makeup channel, and it's so often a person zoomed in on their eye, a person zoomed in on their cheek, a person zoomed in on their lips, whatever the case may be. When you're doing unboxings, have the box open in the thumbnail. Show what's inside of it in the thumbnail so people know what they're getting into. Get people excited about seeing what it is. You don't have to surprise people in the thumbnail and hide something. You can literally just show everything and get people excited about what you're going to say about it.
Let's do a quick search for glossy box. I'm going to see if we can find the perfect thumbnail that you might have. So I think this is I would say this is a good example. I don't think it's a perfect example, but can you see, Briony, how the detail and the lighting is much better on this thumbnail versus which one is yours? The glossy box one. Where is it? This one here, where it seems like you're a little dark and it's difficult to see the image on the box, versus this one, which seems really powerful. Just going to scroll down some more. There just seems to be like a general vibrancy in a lot of these thumbnails. I think that's like a really good example there. The lighting is fantastic on that one. Really helps sell the creator that's going on there. And I guess all of these are advertising like a particular product, so they're not super zoomed in. But generally speaking, I would say the thumbnails are stronger in these ones, but they're not all fantastic. So I think, I think you can maybe make an impact. And another thing that you are doing, which is good, is that you're looking at something that's trending now, like the glossy box. So presumably you get one of those every month, and so this content's going to get recycled quite a bit. So you just need one of your videos to pop in that area, and you'll do well. Yeah, I guess. Just going quickly back, Travis, the one thing that makes these thumbnails too busy is the text, isn't it?
Yeah.
The text is just... The simple question is, do you need text? And our answer would likely be, I wouldn't say so, no. You can include all of this text in the titles, which you've already done so.
Yeah. I think otherwise she's doing well. Keep plugging away. And I think you'll do just fine. I like that you're being consistent. Yeah.
And let's say... 3 months into this journey,
not bad.
250 subscribers. 3 months in, you've done like 30 to 40 videos, already using custom thumbnails. So you got a lot of good stuff going there. Sometimes we jump into what you can do better without realizing where you are in a journey. So thumbs up there in terms of the amount. Just the amount of content I think is fantastic. You're really obviously committed and dedicated to making this YouTube thing work. So do keep at it, and good luck. Moving on to Cleve's Backyard Woodworking. 2 subscribers away from 200 subscribers. Congratulations in advance there. Beginning woodworker, unboxing tools and project videos. Another DIY one here, Travis. What are we thinking of this one?
Again, like the yellow text on a daisy. Is a little bit hard to read. But yeah, I mean, let's not force the text on thumbnails. I think that's just something we can all learn from. Hopefully everyone in the chat is looking over the thumbnails and correcting any that have that same issue, so that if we pick your name next week.
Look at this. This is a classic example of you've just I love the concept of the thumbnail, but you've just done it all wrong. Yeah. Carving a 4-leaf clover. Okay. You've got a big, huge image of a cartoon clover.
Yeah.
That's the actual hero right there. That tiny thing that we cannot see in the thumbnail. That's what we want to see front and center on the thumbnail. And it's like just reversing the idea, communicating that message far more impactfully will have a huge difference on how many people click on the thumbnails.
Totally. I totally agree. Like, we've said this before, make the main thing the main thing. But you know what I do like? What router bits are making for good wood signs. I like the question marks, kind of, making a little bit of intrigue. I would like that to be bigger, get rid of the text on the left-hand side. I like the concept. The execution could be a little bit better, I think, but the concept is great. Like, get people to wonder. The only way they can find out the answer to that, click the video. I love making that knowledge gap where you don't know what the answer is, and the only way to figure it out is to click that video.
What I'm noticing here as well, is that your name again? Sorry, Cleve. Yeah, you are doing a bit of doubling down on this Dremel Flex tool, because that one got 2,000 views, and then these next ones got. Well, they didn't get fantastic views, but you tried to double down on that. But I think probably what people want from the videos is that was like an educational how-to one, how to do a certain thing with that tool, whereas these were creating items with that tool. Maybe you want to, you can afford this in your content, have some tutorials about how to use the different items that you are using to create these projects. Because it looks as if people are responding quite well to some of them. Let's just do most popular. I'm intrigued to know if you've got like a range of how-to videos that are doing pretty well. So yeah, unboxing, that's the most popular one of that tool. And then how to attach it was another popular one. So like showing the tools seems to be something that does particularly well for your channel. So maybe focus on those things within all of the rest of it. Like, so all of the unboxing ones and how-tos, those are your most popular videos.
Yes.
Whether you want to, I know this question is, but I want to be a channel that shows people how to create things. Well, your audience is reacting mostly to the practical unboxings and tutorial content. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Oh, and congratulations, you've passed 200 subscribers. I don't know if we influenced that, but well done on 200 subscribers now on your channel.
Well done.
Next channel. Oh, we're into some gaming stuff now. I also line this up towards the back end. This is Lightskin Gaming. First of all, congratulations on hitting 5,000 subscribers. I think that's always a challenge in the gaming area. Lots and lots of gaming channels probably never get over 1,000 subscribers. So for you to hit that is a thumbs up from me. Travis, what would you say about the thumbnails, the content strategy here? Again, if like a few hundred views per video.
One that kind of stood out. So the views of the last couple of days are kind of slow. I think these might be ones that just kind of rev up over time. So the Ryzen 7 2700 review, I actually have that processor, just what this computer's on, and it's interesting. But I think the better strategy for that in the overall context of gaming is to talk about how that's a either good or bad processor for these games on your PC.
Yeah, good
like
point.
You got to tie it together. I mean, you have GTA, you have Fortnite, you have all these things. This would have been a great opportunity to say the Ryzen 7 2700 perfect for GTA or perfect for Fortnite or not good for GTA or not good for Fortnite, and then have a video reviewing that. Because otherwise it just sticks out kind of weird. Otherwise, though, the thumbnails are good. They're very colorful. Fast money online, fast money new players. I've always said, save money or time. That's always going to be a win. If you look at the views compared to the things around it, I think it just goes to show that's exactly what happens. So yeah, they seem to be the thumbnails are pretty much in line with things we see in this niche.
Yeah,
I love the John Wick looking how to abuse aim assist in Fortnite. It looks just like John Wick. That's a really good kind of a cool little thing there. And as a matter of fact, what you probably should have said was how to use aim assist in Fortnite like John Wick. Like, I mean, like really tie it together. Like, you know, pull from different niches and different genres and different interests into one thing. But overall, like, it seems okay. What do we got for the banner again? I forgot already.
Does need to really relate to a bit generic, I would say, and you're going to have these handles that are cut off on mobile, so there probably needs to be some tweaking there. Yeah, I would say Lightskin Gaming, just look at your channel on a mobile and see what's wrong with that banner. I'm sure you'll be able to work it out pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I was just noticing here that I think the thumbnails are good.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of similar thumbnails in the gaming genre that look pretty much like this, because they all seem to use a very similar template. Mm-hmm. So can you differentiate in some way? And the text, you pretty much regurgitate the text from the title in the thumbnails. And again, some people do that in the gaming genre and it works, but how can you make yourself different? And that might be another question that you want to ask yourself there. And again, there's a bit of topic jumping. You went from Grand Theft Auto 3 weeks ago to Fortnite. Why was the reason for doing that? And it's just like, I always say this with the gaming area, finding your niche. Is your niche about how to shoot more accurately? Or is your niche how to record and edit with a phone through an Xbox? It's almost as if you do one tutorial on something in Fortnite, and then you do another tutorial, but it's from a completely different angle. And that's going to not confuse YouTube, but sometimes they're not going to know whether to serve it up to the same audience or a slightly different audience. So bits of tweaking here and there. Now, I brought this video because I've kind of made ourselves a bit of a difficult challenge here, Travis. We've got a channel with 5,000 subscribers, so we're already doing pretty well. Another channel here, which is Just HK with 11,000 subscribers. And they look as if they're a fairly similar channel about Fortnite. Mm-hmm. And I would argue that the thumbnails perhaps aren't quite as good, although they're designed in a very different way. I mean, you'll notice that the arrows are being used a lot here, which sometimes are very effective. But each of the videos on this channel are getting 2,500 views, 7,500 views. So it almost feels as if this channel is a lot more successful, or like it's 10 times more successful in terms of views, despite the channel only being like double the size in subscribers. So I kind of gave ourselves here a challenge to try and work out why that is. Yeah,
I think I can tell you already.
Phew, I'm glad you can.
So go back to the other one real quick, to the previous one.
Yeah.
And let's just look at the subjects. See best settings for aim, which is okay. How to level up fast, which is great. Why you're not getting better at Fortnite, which is cool. And how to abuse the same system, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now we go back to the other one. And while those are pretty good subjects, some of these are better. This is the best V-Bucks glitch in Fortnite. Okay, it's the best. Okay, cool. How to get free mods. Okay, remember, saving time or money. The best free skin swapper in Fortnite. How to unlock all the singularities. Like, these things are the next level of titling above and beyond what we just saw. How to get bots into Fortnite lobby. How to get the best Fortnite skin changer for free in season. Like, it's these things that take the titling to another level and makes it more interesting and more intriguing. And I think that's the big difference. Like, the other one was pretty good. This is the next level.
Boom. There you are, folks. So that is a collection of channels that we've audited so far. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick break because we're going to... Travis needs to leave now. He's got another... he has another engagement that he needs to go to. But we're going to bring in another special guest afterwards who is hopefully going to give you some more... crucial critical advice on your channels. We'll be back in a few minutes, so stay around, folks. And thank you to the super chat from the Go Groomer, who gave us $2 earlier on, but we'll be back very soon. Does running a YouTube channel sometimes make you feel dazed and confused? Well, that's why you might need a little education. vidIQ can review your channel in seconds, 24 hours a day. It's like having our own YouTube consultant giving you all of this information. Do a YouTube search and we'll show you the stats, the value of that keyword, what's related, what's trending, what tags each video uses, and a deep dive with a single click. After research comes analysis. Our video scorecard will pick apart all the important analytics from social media to SEO, and we do this for every single video on YouTube for free. And when it comes to uploading your videos, vidIQ is here to support you every step of the way, with suggested keywords, our SEO score ranking, upload checklist, and recommended tags, boosting your content to the next level. Oh, and if you think we've finished there, we haven't even started. We have dozens more tools we want to show you right now. All you need to do is download vidIQ now and let us help educate you on your YouTube journey today. And folks, we are back. If you are enjoying this live stream, I just want to say thank you very much for spending your time with us today. Do give us a thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to vidIQ. Wow, if you haven't subscribed to vidIQ yet, then what have you been doing for your entire YouTube journey? And share this live stream with folks who will find this useful. That's all the stuff that's been so far. What we're going to do now is we're going to audit some more channels. And if you noticed in the channel description, we had a second link today. It was almost like a special secret link here for a different type of channel audit. Now, we need a very special guest to do this. And I'm honored once again to welcome into the virtual vidIQ studio. I'm so savage here. Just first of all, quickly introduce who you are to our audience and what you intend to do over the next couple of minutes.
This is definitely your pleasure. That you got right, Mr. Rob. I'm so savage that I came back. Even though I still don't know too much about YouTube, I just know what's good and what's not.
Yeah, so you don't have a YouTube channel just yet, I'm correct in saying, but you have been making a bit of an impact, being what would you describe as savage on Instagram? And how is that going so far?
I'm the most popular man on the Instagram. I'm just telling you right now, I'm blowing it up. But now I'm going to take over YouTube and the YouTube education space. So I see you have some people that want to get roasted, so let's get to roasting. I
do, yeah. So in this channel audit, bear in mind, folks, this might be an alternative look at your channel. So this is not the usual vidIQ guidance we might give you. It's something a little different, but Savage is so insistent to come on the audit that he wanted to take a look. So Savage, I'm just going to try and share my screen with you. Can you confirm that you can see my screen?
I can see it. Can everyone else in the internet see it?
All right, well, let's have a look. It's Ethan Gielsen. So a bit of background here. Over 1,000 subscribers. First of all, congratulations on that. It's always very hard to do. So Savage, yeah, what could you potentially tell us about how Ethan's channel is going so far?
I see Ethan has 1,400 subscribers. That's great. Congratulations. How much did it cost to get all of those? I want to buy some myself. Let me tell you something, Ethan. I looked at some of your videos earlier, and I just can't understand how anyone would really want to watch them. Your thumbnails are great. I clicked into them, and then I fell asleep.
Whoa. So you're accusing this video creator here of buying subscribers, even though quite clearly we can see that he's getting like a couple of thousands of views per video and 1,000 subscribers. That seems to me like a healthy channel, doesn't it?
It's very healthy, and I'm sure however much he's spending is worth every single penny.
Wow. Well, let me just say, vidIQ does not condone Savage's clear accusation there that this channel is buying subscribers and views. But what did you think about the thumbnails? They seem fairly strong here. I mean, this guy is talking about a trending topic here. This is like English qualifications and exams, and like getting like 1,000 views per video. Why would you have an issue with any of these things?
Look at this, Rob. He's talking about sneaking McDonald's into the cinema. This is illegal. The only thing you can sneak into the cinema is Subway.
I'm not sure I've heard that. And is that like an amendment of the Constitution or something?
Get with me, Rob. I know you're in Canada. I know you don't understand the rules everywhere else in the world, but that's the rules everywhere. Everyone knows this. Everyone in the chat knows you don't sneak McDonald's into the cinema, and you don't call it the cinema. It's the movies. It's the movies.
All right. Well, that one got 1,000 views, which seemed fairly good to me. What about this one here? Like lads on tour. His first holiday's gone wrong. Looks pretty exciting. What do you think's going on there?
What are lads? You got to help me. What is a lad?
So, well, a lad is like a kind of a friend, like a group of young males, I would say. You might call them the boys, I guess, in North America. So,
the boys. Yes, I know the boys. Have you noticed the picture next where he has a creepy van next to him, his dad's van?
I do, yeah.
Is that how we got the lads on tour? He put them all in the van and snuck them over there? This is a very suspicious channel.
Okay, what do you think about what he's doing here with the community tab here? It seems to be using it on a bit of an irregular basis, but yeah, we've got some good stuff here, like voting polls. And he's talking about that McDonald's one sneaking into a cinema, or the movies, however you want to call it.
Scroll up a little bit. I want to vote. It says, how was last night's video? You can definitely do better.
So, okay, so we voted there.
There's a bunch of liars. See, he bought all those votes that said it was quality.
Under strict guidance. Well, I think I'm going to go with a majority there, to be honest, Savage. Let's move on to the next channel here. We're looking at Northworthy Sagas and Stories. I do remember, I think we audited this channel a couple of weeks ago, and we gave it some sort of some praise, like how can they improve their channel, but you feel as if you need to savage this one for some reason. Why is that?
First of all, they submitted this channel for savagery, and they're going to get the savagery. Let me take a look at this. I'm bored. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad that YouTube exists, because without YouTube, they would be doing this in their backyard to no one. And all of their neighbors will be calling the police because of the crazy savageness that's going on in the backyard.
Well, we've said this before. I think we said this on Thursday, that YouTube is a place for everybody, whether it is like a decorating channel or I think quite noteworthy historical reenactments here. I certainly don't have a problem with this. Listen
here, Rob. If I wanted to watch a terrible version of Game of Thrones, I would watch the last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones.
Wow. Okay, so you're equating this channel to the last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones, which, although they are controversial in how they ended, I would not be too afraid of being associated with such a fantastic television series. Anything else here? What do you think of the thumbnails here? Seem to be fairly educational in their content.
I don't know what's going on in the thumbnails. I look at them and I wonder what a Doggerland is. Is it where they buried all their dogs? That's all I want to know.
Okay, so that was Northworthy Sagas and Stories there. We'll move on to the next one here. I mean, come on, Travis. I love this channel name, Slapperfish Jr. I mean, where can you go wrong with such a username?
Think about this for a second. That means there was a Slapperfish Senior, and he had a child, and that child took on the junior name and didn't change his name. What's going on here? What is wrong with this world?
All right. We do have another person called Generic Waffle, who's like a really...
That's an excellent name, I'm not going to lie.
All right. Okay, so you do actually agree on one single thing so far. 300 subscribers. I would put this to you, Savage. What do you think this channel's about?
Looks like it's about tanks, which makes me suspicious of this person. Can someone put them on some type of list? Some type of specialty list? Like, can we call the government? I'm scared about this person. They got tanks everywhere, left, right, and center. I'm worried about it.
I don't think we're allowed to report somebody to the government, the FBI, just because they're doing a channel on a video game about tanks, Savage. I think you're going a little too far.
Okay, so never mind. No danger there. That means he lives in his mom's basement playing these video games, so it's safe. It's fine.
Okay, well, I don't think we can really jump to such conclusions like that. Well, what do you think of the text here? It seems a bit big and broad. I mean, would you change the text?
Isn't TD Power like a magazine for cars or something? TD Power and Associates, I think it's called.
I don't know. What are we looking at here? TD Power. Am I getting confused?
Right there with the tank under 3 versus 12, which is exactly what it was like every time he tried to get chosen for a sports team. He was on the side with 3 because no one wanted to choose him.
That's, again, very harsh. vidIQ does not support that opinion of Slapperfish Jr.'s channel. What do you think about the thumbnails in general, though? I think we see like pictures of tanks, obviously, because it's a tank channel, and they're blown up to quite a large proportion. And yeah, I think they're fairly strong, telling a good tower. Sorry, you're confusing me now with my terminology. Telling a good story in each of these thumbnails.
Reminds me of history class back in school. I hated history.
All right. Did you enjoy anything at school, Savage, or was it just?
Yes, I did.
What is that? And what was that?
That is, I enjoyed recess, lunch, and leaving.
Okay, then let's move on to one more channel here, which is Ayan Plays. 62 subscribers here for this channel. Go on, just whatever you're gonna say, Savage. Just get it out there.
Do you see where it says playing with viewers?
Yes, I do.
How can you play with nobody? I don't understand how that works. Isn't that just playing a single player game? I don't get it.
Well, you are right. Fortnite is a multiplayer game, so I think that title is accurate.
Well, if he ain't got no viewers, how's he playing with them? You know, those 9 people are all his relatives after the fact. You know that. Let's be real about this.
Again, I think you're jumping to conclusions. I would find it hard to believe that 14 people will be playing the same game in one household. I could be wrong about that. I'm sure he's playing it online. What's your personal thoughts on Fortnite? Do you think it's a good game? Do you play it, or do you think
Fortnite? Isn't that like 2 weeks? Doesn't that mean 2 weeks?
It does mean 2 weeks, Savage. But there's also
I ain't got 2 weeks for this. I'm here for like the next 2 minutes. I don't have time for 2 weeks.
You keep cutting off a host here. Please stop doing that. Fortnite is also one of the most popular video games on the planet. There are over 100 million people playing it. So you're telling me...
How are that many people living in their mom's basement? I don't understand. Don't people get kicked out of the house anymore?
So you're actually telling me that you think you're somebody, a YouTube consultant, somebody who could help people, and you have no idea what Fortnite is other than it's 14 days.
I would tell them to move out of the mom's basement and move on.
All right, thank you very much. Get off my live stream, please, Savage. You are gone. Folks, I do apologize for that interruption to our standard broadcasting. Let me just bring Travis. You managed to get rid of him there. Thank you very much for doing that. He is just a nightmare. What we will say, though, is that if you do want to follow that particular person on Instagram, I think his handle is I'm So Savage 2019. Is that right, Travis?
Apparently, I'm kicking him out of my house. I'm kind of tired of it, to be honest.
He keeps moving into your basement and apparently playing Fortnite a lot. Anyway, folks, we're just playing about here. We're just having a bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed that to a certain extent. I've seen some comments in the chat that liked it and some didn't. So, yeah, we're just having a bit of a play about there. If you enjoyed the majority of this live stream, then do make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this live stream with other people. I will also stress that we usually do an hour of the channel audit, so I wanted to make sure that we got in the full hour before we had a little bit of fun at the end of it. Folks, what I'm going to do now is tell us in emojis what you thought of Savage and whether we should have him back. Whether it's thumbs up, thumbs down, smiley poos, we want to see them in the chat. And while you're doing that, I will say goodbye to the following people. That includes the Daily Snail, Genocide Eclipse, Limitless Alpha, Creeper Main Gaming, Jody Mio2. So we're getting some sunglasses, some thumbs up, some fist bumps. Being Briony is also there. We've also got Ben B Gaming YT and Matchpoint. Wow, and Dr. Sten's also in here. One of our moderators enjoyed Savage there, which is fantastic to hear. Travis, who else are we saying goodbye to?
Well, Slapperfish Jr.
He stayed.
Daily Habit, the Gamer 2018. Let's see, oh my goodness, it just goes so fast. A1 ASMR, Super User Tech Mods. Good to see he's out there modding for us as always. Ben B H2YT. Oh my goodness, it goes so fast. I'm so privileged and honored to be here and to review your guys' channels. I had a great time. I hope you did as well. And I hope that the quality in the first hour we gave you was something you can take back and do something with. And the last 5 minutes was whatever.
In the first hour, indeed. Ethan Gilson, we did Savage your channel, but good luck with your exams. I remember when I did GCSE exams and they were super stressful. Did we have any more super chats during this live stream? Because I always forget to mention them. I think I mentioned all of them, but I'll just repeat them. Slapperfish Junior, How to Gary V, Sleeved Biker, The Binge Zone, and Go Groomer. Thank you for your super chats this week. And I finish with this, as always. Time is the most important currency in the world, at least in my opinion, and you just spent some of your time with us. I hope you repaid you with some value, and you do exactly the same thing with your audience. It is time to wave awkwardly as we say goodbye to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your video making day. Bye for